it's Krzysiek from Noise Harmony. AI in music is a hot topic. Some people see it as a threat, saying AI will soon replace artists and kill creativity. Others, like me, think it's just a tool and it depends on how we use it. In today's video, I will show you how to use AI to create unique samples, how to turn them into original instruments with a few simple tricks, and finally, how it all sounds in a short bit. Let's get started. The most popular AI tools for making music right now are Suno and Udio. But honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. New stuff is popping up almost every day. I tested a few tools myself, playing around with different prompts to find sounds that really had some potential. And the prompts? Yep, I made those with AI too, using ChatGPT. Here are a few examples. What's interesting is that the results didn't always match what I expected from the prompts. But I was using the free versions of the tools, and the paid ones are supposed to be way more accurate. For me, the most important thing was whether the sounds were interesting, not if they matched the prompt perfectly. Sometimes that randomness can actually be super inspiring. I picked a few of the best pieces, then broke them down into separate stems using the stem splitter in Logic Pro. If you don't have Logic Pro, no worries. There are free options too, like Lalal AI, which also works great. But in all my tests, Logic Pro gave me the best results. Now, let's jump into the samples that really caught my ear. After that, you will hear what I managed to create with them and how everything comes together. Stay with me. To create the first instrument, I loaded a sample into Simpler, AbletonLive's basic but powerful sampler. I chopped out a section I liked. In one-shot mode, I pitched it down by 2 semitones to better fit my key. Then I switched it back to classic mode to keep it polyphonic, so I can play chords. Just a reminder, one-shot mode is monophonic. Now, onto the sound design. I started the FX chain with EQ8 to clean up unwanted frequencies. Then, to add some subtle vintage flavor, I use Shifter, a pitch shifting tool with modulation options. I used pitch mode, tweaked the DUTC a bit of shape the LFO wave, and added a touch of spin for subtle stereo movement. Next is Roar, my favorite saturator in AbletonLive. I used parallel mode, where the audio runs through 2 independent processing paths and then gets mixed together. This lets you apply different saturation settings to each stage for a more complex sound. In stage 1, I used the soft tube shaper to warm up the sound, and in stage 2, I went for a more aggressive tube preamp to add character. After that, I added delay for some echo and reverb to give it space. Let's hear the instrument before and after processing. The chopped sample and FX chain gave me a spacious, interesting pad sound. With the first instrument done, let's break down the second one, a bell sound. I started by duplicating the first instrument and picking a different slice of the same sample in Simpler. This time, I kept Simpler in one-shot mode to make it monophonic. The FX chain is similar. EQ8 to clean the frequencies, Shifter and Roar with similar settings. I also added OTT compression, an aggressive multiband compressor that squashes peaks and lifts quiet parts. This gives the sound that punchy, inflated feel with more detail. I mainly wanted to bring out the mids and highs, so I turned off compression in the low bands. And of course, I added delay and reverb for depth and space. Let's listen to the bell sound before and after the effects. Nice and short, a clean, pretty bell. Next up, yep, another simpler instrument. What can I say? I love this sampler. Again in one-shot mode, but this time I used a completely different sample. The effects chain includes EQ8, cutting everything below 200 Hz to clean up the low end, shifter for that same modulated character, then roar for saturation, and pedal, which combines overdrive, distortion, and fuzz. I use the distortion setting to add some grit. Finally, I threw on one of my favorite reverbs, Valhalla Vintage Verb. The result is a cool PLUCK sound that works well in both the high and mid ranges. The last one is a short bass sound made from a slice of the same sample. I started as usual with EQ8 to clean it up. Then I fine-tuned the pitch using shifter. Roar came next, this time in serial mode with a heavier saturation. I added a bit of hybrid reverb for depth and finished it off with glue compressor to tie everything together. Let's hear the bass before and after the effects. To round it out, I layered it with a bass patch from our Noise Harmony Ableton Structures Wavetable pack. Here's how they sound together. Now let's check out how all the instruments work together in a bit. And that's it! With a few simple tools and a bit of experimenting, we made our own instruments from AI-generated material. It just shows that creativity isn't dying, it's evolving. AI can actually be a super inspiring creative partner if you keep an open mind. To me, it's like working with a super creative but kinda unpredictable bandmate. Sometimes they throw out something weird, but the weird can be the start of something fresh and new. I really encourage you to try it yourself. Play around with sounds, mess with samples, let AI help you find new direction instead of making music for you. And if you have already tried doing stuff like this, let me know in the comments. And if you are just starting out, I hope this video gave you some inspiration and a good starting point. See you in the next one, and may the noise be with you.